subscribe for more.
I never thought I would be the man telling this story, because for most of my life, I believed loyalty was enough. My name is Aaron Whitmore. I am 42 years old, and until recently, I was engaged to a woman named Elise Carter. We met the ordinary way, through friends, nothing dramatic. She was confident, charming, always the center of the room. I was quieter, steady, the kind of man who showed up and stayed. She once told me that was what made her feel safe with me. For the first few years, things felt balanced. We talked about everything. Late-night drives, inside jokes, planning trips we never took. I supported her ambitions, her career, her constant need to feel more. I paid attention. I listened. When we moved in together, I took pride in building something stable. I handled the responsibilities without complaint because I believed that was part of loving someone. The shift didn't happen all at once. It never does. It started with small absences. Conversations cut short. Her phone always face down, laughing at messages she wouldn't explain. When I asked how her day was, the answers became shorter, more distant. I told myself I was imagining things. People get busy. Relationships change. That's what commitment is, right? You adjust. You give more when the other person seems tired. So I did. I became more patient, more accommodating. I rearranged my schedule around hers. I planned weekends. I tried to reconnect. She responded politely, like someone humoring a stranger. Affection turned formal. Intimacy became rare, then awkward, then non-existent. When I brought it up, she assured me nothing was wrong. Just stress. Just a phase. I wanted to believe her, so I did. Then there was Marcus. She said he was a colleague, someone she collaborated with. I noticed his name came up often. Too often. She'd light up when she talked about him in a way she hadn't with me in years. I didn't accuse her. I didn't interrogate. I watched. I listened. And slowly, the truth made itself obvious without ever being spoken. One evening, I came home early. The apartment was quiet. Elise was sitting at the table, her coat still on, phone in her hand. She looked startled, like someone caught mid-thought. We exchanged a few words, nothing meaningful. I could feel the distance between us, heavy and final. I asked her if she was still happy. She didn't answer right away. That silence told me more than any confession could. Finally, she said it. She said she had feelings for someone else. She didn't say his name, but she didn't need to. She said she was confused, that she didn't plan for it to happen. She said she needed to explore it to be sure. I sat there listening, not interrupting, not arguing. Every sentence she spoke felt like a door closing quietly. I asked her one question. I asked her if she still wanted a future with me. She hesitated. That hesitation was the answer. In that moment, I understood something clearly. I was no longer her choice. I was her backup, the safe option she hadn't let go of yet. I didn't beg. I didn't raise my voice. I simply stood up. I told her I hoped she found what she was looking for. I went to the bedroom, packed a bag with what I needed, and walked out. She followed me to the door, asking where I was going, asking if we could talk later. I looked at her once, really looked at her, and realized the woman I loved was already gone. I stayed with my brother that night. We didn't talk much. I lay awake staring at the ceiling, replaying years in my mind, noticing all the moments I had ignored. The signs were always there. I just believed love meant enduring them. That night, something heavy lifted off my chest. The pain was real, but it was clean, honest. The days that followed were quiet. Elise texted. She called. She said she was confused, that she missed me, that she didn't expect me to leave so easily. I didn't respond, not out of spite, but because there was nothing left to explain. When someone chooses another path, you don't stand in the road and hope they turn back. A week later, I heard through mutual friends that she and Marcus were officially together. The news didn't shock me. It confirmed what I already knew. I felt sadness, but no regret. I had respected myself enough to walk away the moment I stopped being chosen. Looking back now, I understand that love without respect slowly erodes who you are. You don't notice it happening until one day you look at yourself and realize you've been shrinking to fit someone else's indifference. Walking away wasn't an act of anger. It was an act of self-preservation. I didn't lose her to another man. I lost her the moment she stopped seeing my value. And I gained something far more important when I left. I gained my dignity. I learned that staying loyal to someone who has already left you is not noble. It is self-betrayal. I don't hate Elise. I don't wish her harm. I simply removed myself from a situation where I was no longer wanted. Some endings don't need closure conversations or dramatic confrontations. Sometimes the strongest move is silence and distance. I walked away without looking back, not because it didn't hurt, but because looking back would have meant questioning a decision that saved me. And that is one choice I will never regret. Today, I am rebuilding quietly, focused on my work, my health, and my peace. I no longer chase affection or compete for attention. If someone wants me, they choose me fully. Anything less is not love. It is a lesson I paid for, and one I will never forget. I stand by that truth now.